out the wagon. Get a sticky bomb on the wagon door, homies. The door. Get Z out of there.
Oh, it's y'all idiots? Come on, then. Let's go.
Now, G, look, you missed? Get him over to the Del Perro Freeway. His car's in the parking lot over there waiting for him. You can use that plane if you have to.
That Lamar in that headset? Tell the lanky motherfucker he fucked up. Big time. Tell Lamar I'm gonna bounce a lowrider on his thick head. Tell Lamar the next lowrider he gonna see gonna have a trunk lined with trash bags waiting for him. Tell Lamar I'm gonna kill his ass. I'm gonna chrome his ass. I'm gonna install hydraulics in his ass. And I'm gonna take him down the boulevard. In all seriousness, Lamar's lucky he's on that headset. Because if it was him, man, I'd beat him good. If Lamar think I'm angry, just wait till he talk to Vernon. First Vernon lost his rides, then he lost his mind. I didn't know you could get that angry without having a brain aneurysm. He mad like insane. He flipped, and he gonna stay flipped until LD does something incredible. That dude better be apologetic as fuck. Lamar Davis, wish I never saw that motherfucker. When you fools is your only hope, you know your life is fucked.